Alright everybody, welcome to another Corey B MTG video. Today we are getting back to the beautiful world of Standard. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The beautiful Black Mage Vivi is completely gone out of the format, and thankfully so. Standard was, well, let's say a little ruined with that powerful wizard. As much as I enjoyed playing the deck, it was time to go. That, along with Prosthetic Memory and Screaming Nemesis, out of the format, and Avatar, the Last Airbender, is into the format, and it is making quite the impact here on Standard. So, I'm going to be playing a lot of different Standard decks to kind of get us all ready to, approach this next Standard RCQ season, get ready for the World Championship, which, by the time this comes out, it's going to be next weekend, basically a week from today if you're watching this live. And we'll see what the pros bring. You know, it should be exciting to see if there's going to be some new decks, if there's going to be a lot of Dimir, if this airbending deck I'm about to talk about is real, if Mono Red can still stay alive, if Simic or Aborid is really strong. There's going to be a lot of questions to be answered, and I want to spend, basically the next 2 months on this YouTube channel focusing almost solely on Standard. We played a lot of Modern to get ready for the RCQ, or the R season. Let's try this again. For the RC season, that's a tongue twister. And now I think Modern is basically in my rear view mirror as far as prep. There's going to be a lot of events coming up that are Standard. You know, we have the Spotlight in Atlanta, the RC in Portland, and then the first Pro Tour of the year is Standard as well. So I'm going to be playing a lot of Standard, and I'm going to be making a lot more Arena videos here. So, you know, drop some comments below if that content you are excited for, as much as I am, because let me tell you, I love making content on Arena, and I love playing Standard content when the Standard format is good. Like I was saying, I had fun playing Vivi, but by no means necessary do I think that was a healthy format. So, all right, let's get into this. This is the new hotness that is starting to pop up, and it is all thanks to Aang and the gang. We have the buddies, Aang and Appa, and Aang again, I guess, that are really revolutionizing this deck, as well as Badgermole Cup. So I mean, like, when a new set comes out in Standard, you usually do not see this kind of high impact when we have so many sets that are in Standard as we do. But Avatar is making a lot of big waves. We're going to be playing a lot of decks with cards from Avatar, and I think the number one card so far is the old Cub. Badgermole Cub is phenomenal. It is, I would say, just as good as advertised. I wouldn't say better than advertised, because it's incredibly hype right now. It's, you know, $75 mythic or whatever, that kind of thing. So I think it's a good card. If it dies, it still doesn't do that much, and it is a 2/2. But if gone unchecked, and those beautiful turns where you play one of your 1-drops, either GG in here or Llanowar Elves into Cub into another 2-drop, then it looks kind of busted, because you can't really interact with that. And even if you have one of these 1-drops and they have a removal spell immediately with the Earthbound trigger on the stack, you can still tap for 2 mana. So that's the interaction why I love Cub. Outside of that, you know, you can still just kill it, but maybe there's not that much spot removal in Standard as maybe before. When you're playing Vivi Cauldron, there was a ton of 1 mana removal, maybe not as much now. So we talked about our mana accelerant as well as the Cub. Now let's talk about what this deck is doing. It's an infinite combo deck where if you have, it's a 3-card combo. So, you know, it's not Vivi Cauldron. You know, we don't have to freak out about that. But if you have Aang, Swift Savior in play, already a phenomenal card. So whenever one of your combo pieces is just a great card that's going to be seeing play in tempo decks, all kinds of decks, that's where you want to be. A card where you don't have to play a grinding station, for instance, in Underworld Breach. Like, that was a bad card. Sorry, RIP. And then Appa. Appa is not the best card, as it's 4 mana. It's still a little clunky, but part of the combo here, when it comes into play, you can airbend things out. So this does a couple cool combos. So you can airbend out Bramble Familiar if it's on the front side, and then you can cast either side when it's airbended. So you can cast Fetch Quest for 2 mana. To mill 7 cards, put something giant into play. This is a combo enabler, also a mana accelerant. So really nice card there. But if you airbend out Aang, Aang comes in, you airbend out Appa, but you think, okay, you still got to play mana for this. Now, Doc Orlock from OTJ, kind of a forgotten card until this combo came to be. Cards in exile cost 2 less. So instead of paying 2 for airbending, it's now free. You do this infinite times. You will be getting a 1/1 every single time. So infinite 1/1s is the name of the game. And if you have something like Bramble Familiar, you'd get other things too. You know, you really don't need anything besides infinite tokens. But the one thing that you can do is, let's say you have Bramble Familiar, Doc, Aang, and Appa. You can be airbending out Aang and then playing Bramble Familiar. And then if you hit another Aang, you can then play that, get it airbent, keep a bunch of Aangs in your airbend area, and then just like pass the turn with a bunch of infinite combos, or with a bunch of infinite 1/1s. And then whatever spells they play, you can airbend them. So wouldn't be susceptible to sweepers type thing. Otherwise, the combo would. So, like, you get to combo off, but then still have one Aang Swift Savior to be able to airbend their first spell to make it cost 2 more, essentially. But you can also have many, many more. This deck can also combo at instant speed, as they both have flash. So you can, you know, a combo deck where you can go at your end step, I want to do things that are threatening. And then when they go to counter that or destroy that, then you untap and play more threatening things. That's the sign of a very powerful combo deck. And this deck also can have a decent plan B. So this deck could be very scary. I think it's powerful. It's proactive. It doesn't play a lot of removal. And if your opponent does answer your spells on a 1-for-1 basis pretty aggressively, then it is pretty managed. So I don't think we're going to be even, you know, knocking on the door of maybe this is too busted or anything like that. I think this is just going to be one of the good decks, immediately tier 1, and we'll see if it has the potential to be the best deck in the format. You also get to play Riddlers. We got another Riddler in the board. Any kind of attrition matchup where your opponent's killing our things, well, you get to play the card that was the best in the format, you know, maybe besides Vivi, before Avatar came out. So this deck does a lot of really cool things. You have Nature's Rhythm to be able to search up some stuff. And then we have some cards that I'm not even that sure about. Airbender's Ascension. It does some cute stuff, but I think maybe it is just too cute. I'm going to be messing with the numbers. I played like 10 matches with this and changed some things. But yeah, we will find out. Aang at the Crossroads is as well just a phenomenal setup card, being able to find yourself something big. And then if you airbend this out, recast it, even if you just have Appa and Doc, and you go to airbend out Aang at the Crossroad, you can find Aang the Swift Savior. So this deck kind of circles around to itself, which is really, really cool. So, all right, y'all, let's do some battling. All right, first round with some Bant airbending. This is the exact kind of deck that I want to play too. It's got game at instant speed. It does something powerful and proactive. I could see this being my favorite deck in the format, y'all. And this is kind of my first deck getting back into Standard. And that's pretty telling when I've only played a couple matches that I already could see this being my favorite deck. Especially when it's got, you know, 13 new cards. You same ripping? Okay, fair, fair. And, you know, decks are starting to heavily adjust to this deck because it's making a big impact. But it is, of course, still week 1, essentially. So that stuff could easily change. So I think here we have choices between playing Bramble Familiar or playing the Badgermole Cub. It isn't always cut and dry Badgermole Cub, but here I think it is because we could play Appa next turn or Aang. Next turn, I guess if we did play Bramble Familiar, we could tap that for green. And then, no, we couldn't play Aang. So I think we have to do that just so we could play Aang. So we'll do some bending. Turn that down just a bit in case that was too loud for you. Maze Mind Tome. Okay, so this is a mono white kind of control-ish deck, which could be cool. Now, I don't think they're going to have a 3-mana sweeper. They could have Split Up. But if I tap my things in such a way, Split Up doesn't get me that bad. So I think I am going to do that. I'm going to play my mana here. I'm going to then hold up defenses after this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play Llanowar, and then I'm going to attack with the Badgermole Cub, so then no matter what, they only get 2 permanents. If they split up, just a 2 for 2. To be fair, I'm tapping the 2 that I want to keep the most. But if I leave it untapped, then I don't want to lose all 3, you know? So it's a... Oh. Okay. Ooh, do I play any basics? Doesn't that just go back into play? Okay, I don't play basics, but... Don't I still earthbend this? Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So now it still does add 1 mana, but... and wow, we didn't actually have the ability to play Appa until now. 1, 2, 3, 4... But we still can't play both. So instead, I probably just attack here. It's either that or I can do the Bramble Familiar trick. I mean, what are they doing? They may not have a sweeper here. I think I'm going to do the thing. So I'm going to add 2 green. I guess I want to attack first, right? Because I probably want to get the Badgermole out of there as well and replay it. Because I can add 4, 8 mana. So I can recast this and this. Okay, let's do that. So just attack with the old mole. I'm not 100% if this is correct, by the way. But I will have to add all this mana. And what order do I want to recast them in? I guess if I cast the Badgermole first, I get a little bit more mana out of it too. Okay, so let's start with this. Appa! I don't want to get rid of the Llanowar right now, I don't think. So let's just do 2. Yup. And we don't really know what they're playing. This could be completely random nonsense. Now, what's the order? So what would I hit where this could be bad? I could hit Aang, this Aang, and I'd want to airbend it again. So let's do that. Wait, that's not how that would work, but... So I don't think there is anything I would want to do. I'm still going to do this first, but I could see there being a case for wanting to do it in a different order. Okay, so we did hit an Aang. So we could put a land into play. Ooh, I actually think I might like that. Like, what if we put this into play and made it a plains and held up Aang? I mean, otherwise it's just getting this. We can airbend a permanent, but that doesn't really matter that much. I think I am going to do this. And now we could Badgermole Cub, but then we couldn't Aang. So I'm just going to say go. This is maybe too defensive, and I could have got an Aang and like bounced the tome or something, but I think I like this. Sure. Because I might just Aang my Appa. I've been watching the show, by the way, so if I say Appa weird, it's because I've been watching it with my 2-year-old, and that's how she says it, and I find it so cute. I don't think I actually do want to do this. I'm going to just hold it up for a sweeper. So now let's go with boom, boom. Let's go with the cub. I'm going to hold this in hand, I think. Maybe I should have tapped Llanowar for that, but I think I'm going to put it into play off this and then hold up mana. Because then we can either blink it. Let's do this one. Now let's do this. And to get in there and then play the land or not. I think I can win the game by activating Aang next turn, so I think taking 2 and just presenting as much damage is actually better than doing any Bramblewood familiar stuff. And then we won't really ang whatever Heartless Act or something they're about to have. All right, let's get in there. Okay. And then we'll say go. So, like, we are not fully popping off here as far as our combo, but we're still doing a good value game, and you get to play this Bant Flash style game, which really, really makes this deck awesome. So if they tap off for a 5-drop, there's just no way they're not dead, I would imagine. Yeah. And Aang Swift Savior should close this game out. They can gain 4, go up to 18, but this is going to flip. And then it's going to pump the whole team. So this should be GG. Okay, so 6 mana, 7, 8. I'm not even doing the math because it's almost assuredly lethal. And it's the best I got anyways. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right. 24 damage. A deck that's controlling. I'm going to want this. I like my Spider Sense. I'm not calling it the other thing. I refuse. Also, Aven Interrupter. I think those are pretty nice. Tishana's Tidebinder could be good. And then Recruiter. You know, this is kind of an experiment, but it is a card that you can win on the very same turn you play, so you can play around a sweeper. I'm going to try it. So I don't think I want the Ascensions. I don't think we have room for the Nature's Rhythm with how many cards we're bringing in. And now I do struggle with what I want to take out, because all the cards seem very important. But I mean, hey, we played this Flash game pretty nicely with Aang, Aven Interrupter, and Detect. I mean, Spider Sense. So it's what would we want to cut? Maybe it's G-Gene, the old Green Pollinator. But you also want to hustle out so your Riddlers are better. I could see just trimming like a coward. I can definitely see like those trims. Could trim off one of these. And I guess one of this. I mean, I'm almost assuredly this can't be right. But I don't know what is bad yet. So I'm still learning that. And it could just mean I have too many cards for this matchup. Like, don't need this many negates. Don't need this many Aven Interrupters. But I could also see there being a world where I'm supposed to, like, take out a combo card. Take out the docks. I could see taking out the docks being correct. Because, like, the combo itself is not amazing against them. But, I don't know. I'm not at the spot where I want to be taking out the combo this early on. People were taking out the VV combo when I was just never taking that out. Like, don't take out the best thing your deck does. Alright, I'm going to keep... We do have the combo. Doc, Appa, Aang. But I think I still am just going to put away Appa. Or it's Aven Interrupter. Because I can't cast it yet. Aven Interrupter and Appa are actually kind of hard to cast in the deck. So we will get rid of the Aven Interrupter. We'll keep the combo and see if we can get it done. Because it's also, we can draw infinite cards with that too. This deck's so sweet. But they're very good at interacting with the combo post-board. I would imagine. As every deck kind of is. That's why I do kind of want to find a transformational sideboard plan with this. A Brad Nelson special. The Scoozy Scoos. Don't care about that too much. That would have been nice last turn. And now... What is the best? Probably just getting this down. Mana Accelerant while being mana efficient. Okay. I will not block. Okay. So now we can either hold up Aang, which feels not great, or we can double spell probably these two, which does feel okay. Plus more acceleration. Sounds good to me. And then we hold up next turn for the devious cover-up turn. And pretty clear, pretty obvious they didn't have anything there. Okay. So that's going to be a nasty combo once they get it going, but I'm not afraid of that. All right, now we're going to have to just leave up mana, and we'll either play Appa, or we will play Aang and then try to win the following turn. This game could be over next turn already. This deck's so sick. And, like, I can counter their thing and then win the game next turn, which is busted. Okay. What do you want to do? 5 mana up. Are they trying to Wrath me? I don't think I want that to resolve. Alright, let's do that. That is now impended. Alright, so... It's not the third turn of the game, right? Okay, so let's do the thing. Alright, let's blink out this, this, this. Now let's make sure we do this right. Let's start with this. Aang at the crossroads, I would think. Or we start doing the other Aang and leave that one in exile, like the trick I was kind of talking about. I'm just trying to think the best way. I think we're going to win regardless. What is the best way? Yeah, we can keep getting lands. Oh my god, that's right. We can keep getting lands. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, let's start with this. I don't think it really matters then. Oh, it does cost 1 to replay from there. Okay. Sure. Put this onto the battlefield. That does seem better because maybe I do need to get the land now. So let's put that into play. Let's get this out there. Let's get this. Airbend this. Here comes Appa. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, now let's go with Aang at the crossroads. Another dock. Do we need that? No. Let's decline. Let's make sure we can play. Well, let's not do it yet. Because we might hit like a Quantum Riddler. Okay, there is Imidane's Recruiter. Is this enough? I think I needed that a little later. Okay, I wonder if I can hold... Oh, yes, it is enough, because it comes into play, and I'm going to keep airbending it out. Oh, that's busted. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm learning. Okay, so here's this. Goodbye, Appa. Yeah, all you need is once. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So now, boom, 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 boom. Submit 4. And now, eventually, this recruiter will win the game on the spot here. We have totally done it. And this is another thing about the combo deck. Like, you learn stuff as you go, which makes it even better. And the tokens are going to keep getting pumped. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Keep playing the recruiter. Oh, and I can add mana now, too. My goodness. All right, blue. Oh, and that means I can do infinite familiars, too? Oh, this is insane. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Boom, 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 boom. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Alright, play it. G-Gene. Play the recruiter. I like that our opponent's letting us do this. We'll see. When can this block? Not yet. Blue. Oh, wait. Not that one. We're going to do one more for good measure. I'm not really doing math here, and I'm not trying to BM. I'm just trying to make sure I have lethal here. Draw. Bramblewood Familiar. Ang. Boink. Oh, wow. Did I almost... Yeah, I forgot it was the... It was that one. It didn't matter, but... Boink, boink, boink. Boink, 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 boink. Alright, that should do it. We'll just play all the creatures. And then we'll do it. So, start with the old Riddler. We're having fun. At least I'm having fun. Alright. Badger Mole. I'm just going to play the creature on this side because it's plenty enough. There you go. There you go. There you go. Clear out the one blocker. And here comes the final recruiter. Well, the recruiter tech worked on our first match, which is kind of cool. Just for 1 billion. And there is the first match with Bant airbending. We are fully cooking. Let's get to negative 100. Come on, come on. Ah, I should have went a little higher. So, awesome stuff. Let's play another. All right, on the draw, I think this is a hand I'm going to try for science. But on the play, I wouldn't keep this. And I could see this being totally defensible to never keep. But you know what? We're going to YOLO this one. If we draw one land, this hand's busted. Or if our elf doesn't die, it's still pretty good. All right, a forest. A Gene. There's a lot of decks that just don't have removal too, so we have to play Llanowar because we need to be able to cast Badger Mole Cub if we don't hit a land, and they don't kill it. But if we hit a land, we can go like Cub into, sadly only into Gene, but where if we hit a land, playing Gene Pollinator is better because you can go like Badger Mole Cub into Dock, but the risk is too big. But even just Badger Mole Cub passed, we're going to untap with 4 mana, and then we can start doing some stuff. That was not the correct order, right? Oh, they had to, yep. Alright, well, sad. But Simic Aggro can kill very fast, too. I think this is the other deck that got a big boost. This card's amazing, and Badger Mole Cub in their deck is pretty nice, so... Plus, Ouroboros is just, like, one of the better cards that got no play because every deck was playing 4 into the Flood Maws. But, we're in a different world here. Okay, now if they play a 2-drop, they can get a copy of that, too. Like, oh, no, not a Drowner. Anything but a Drowner. Not a Drowner. Still no Drowner, please. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, they didn't have it. So... I think I need to just kind of get my permanents into play. I think I can play these two plus a dock and then hope to win the following turn. Let's try that. So green, green. Green, blue. Play a dock. Okay. Like, even if they go Ouroboros, we're, like, feeling okay. No lands, no problem. Standard is fast now, too. Standard, I think, weirdly sped up. Like, it kills about at the same turn, but there's more thinking, there's more interaction with Vivi. A lot of these decks are kind of two ships passing in the night, like, we'll see. Early impression. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, you know? I just think it's an observation. Okay. Wang Shitong to put 4 counters into play. How did that even happen? Oh, by paying mana? Yeah, okay. That's the text on the card. Okay, so let's see. We might be able to win. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Are we 1 short? I think we can do it thanks to Appa. Getting a Badger Mole Cub out of there? No, because we need a land. Huh. So we can't give it... God, all we needed was 1 mana. Because we can Rhythm for 3. Let's see. Can I still do this? Rhythm for 3. That's 5 mana. And then we get Angs, and then we can Rhythm back... I don't think so. But we can do some nice stuff, I think. So, or do we have to Ang at the crossroad? This is where if I play a bunch more games, I'll have this ready to go. But as it stands now, I do not. So I think we have to Ang at the crossroad here. Blue... White. I don't know, though. I think I might be screwing this up. Okay. And now I can do this for 1. Still probably okay. And then just hope they can't kill me. And then pop off, get another GG. Then try to win next turn. We didn't really do anything for the combo. Whenever I search my library, that's funny. Okay, let's hope we're not dead. And then combo off next turn. We just added so much mana that even flashing back Nature's Rhythm will do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tyvar's good. They have to tap a lot of their creatures, though. 3, 4, 5... Activate Tyvar, they'll have 3 attackers. They'll all get +6/+6, but will not have trample. So, like, just blocking this, I would think, would be enough. That would be 12, 13 damage I would take. And I hope they do that. Because this deck, Simic deck can't beat the combo. I mean, they can interact with it. But once it's happening, they're dead. That's no problem. So what does this Simic deck play for interaction? I'm sure they play something. Either way, we are going to go for it. Okay. Okay, let's start with Appa. Now, everything is free. So now we get rid of everything but the dock. And now we start casting stuff. I do want to play a land at some point. I don't know the correct order. But let's start with this. Gotta worry about our clock, I think, a little bit. Okay. The combo's kind of fast, but not the fastest. But I don't think you time out while doing it. We're going to find out, though. Okay. Do we need another land? Another... probably just another one of these. The cub... white. Let's pay 2. Let's play the cub. Let's put this here. Now we can make it cost 3 less. So this will cost 4. Tap our biggest creature. Ang. Get rid of Appa. Oh, and we can just deck them? We can literally deck them with Wang Shi Chang. Amazing. Okay, we don't have the way to win on the spot. Not that we really need it here. But we can just deck them on the spot, right? So every time we shuffle... Oh, wait, no, search this. We can't do that. Okay, so we do need to find something else. Don't think it should be a big deal, but we shall see. Decline. Usually people just concede, so I'm at an interesting spot, but I think it'll still be all good. Appa again. I think this is good. Let's airbend out something. The only flyer, maybe? Probably still Tyvar. Oh, yeah, we can airbend out their whole team. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that is probably why this card's here. I can get rid of all their blockers. Okay, so we're going to keep doing this. It's going to be a little bit of an annoying process, but of course, that's okay. Do that. Hang at the crossroads. Let's do this. There's a Riddler if we want. Or just another Ang. Yeah, let's do another Ang. There goes Appa. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Here they go. Now we airbend again. Get that out of there. And we'll get rid of all their creatures. And then they'll just be left with nothing. And we'll have an army. I like that their clock is going down, but ours is not. We do want to stop milling ourselves, so no need to do that anymore. We will make a very large starting town, so eventually we would win the game off that. If we were in paper, though, we'd say, I'm going to airbend all your creatures, I'm going to make my starting town 20 power, GG, you know? So in paper, this is going to be much easier, and it doesn't even feel that bad. Like, it's annoying to do, but this doesn't feel like I'm fighting the clock at any point. At least it hasn't hit us yet. Maybe it will, but... Okay... The old Ang at the crossroads. Alright, here's another Ang. Now we're just going to have so many Angs in exile as well, which will all be free. Okay, we don't even need this one anymore, but we'll do this one, this one. We can just make it easier and more streamlined now. Now that we have enough. Get rid of every blocker. And now they're just, their thing auto picks. I honestly want to see how this works anyways. So I'm glad we're doing this together. You can, of course, fast forward through this if this is nonsense, which it absolutely is. But I want to make sure we know exactly how to do it. We talk it out together, and we figure it out. So now we can streamline this a bit. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Just these three every time. All right, here is our rope though. So it's coming. But that's okay. So it's not infinite. We don't have infinite time here. Let's go like this. Okay, and I guess we say go. No. Could do one more for good measure. And we can do it during their turn too, so. Just 29 Aang triggers. Aang is truly at the crossroads. This is fun. And now they're dead. We do still have 27 tokens. And we can keep doing this on their turn. All right, so it's not infinite on Arena, though. So that is a thing. You do got to be wary of that. We have fun here. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, this deck's real. The fact that you can do this at instant speed is awesome. So, even if they play Tyvar, their creatures can get big, but they don't trample. So I'm not worried about anything there. And honestly, we're just going to Aang it. Aang. Anything you do, I can Aang better. I can Aang anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Boom. Okay. That was indeed awesome. I am a fan. Wow. Okay. So, playing against Simic. This is what I added Get Lost for. There wasn't a lot of Get Lost being played. I also think Avatar's Wrath is probably good enough here. Nothing else I like, and being on the draw with Riddlers have not felt that good. It feels weird to ever side out Riddler, but Riddler is not the same as it used to be in, like, or that it is in Modern or whatever. It's an amazing card, and there are matchups where it's completely busted, but it's not always amazing. So I see the value of this Airbender Ascension, because, you know, we could have been in trouble if we weren't able to airbend every time, but I don't think we need more than one. I think it's just a we need one type thing. So, all right, before we get into it, a quick shout out to our sponsor here for this video, and it is KMC, y'all. If you are interested in checking out any really nice quality products, you can check out this Mox deck box, any kind of their KMC sleeves. They just got a new aqua color in. Dang it, I got it over there. It's really nice. It might be my new favorite. Blue is already my favorite color. Plus, you can get any of these Mox deck boxes. They have interchangeable diamonds. They're really, really cool. You can use promo code CoreyB for 15% off at checkout. So, check out the description below if you want to check out the URL for it as well. So, all right, y'all, let's battle. Okay, on the draw, on the play, I would snap keep this. On the draw, it's very close. They did mulligan, so that's incentivizing me to keep a little bit more. We do still have a turn 3 Appa, which is not that good. It's just like an ambush blocker, and then Aang afterwards, hopefully. I'm going to keep, but I can totally see, after playing 100 matches with this deck, that this becomes a mulligan against Simic. Simic can kill you extremely quickly. But if we get a Llanowar or a Gene Pollinator, we are set. We did not. Okay, but now no matter what, this is a turn 4 Aang at the crossroads. But our turn 2 and our turn 3 are not that impressive. Okay, they're at least not doing whatever the doctor is called. Plus Siren, that's always intense. Yeah, right on time, naturally. Alright, so we're still gonna play Badgermole Cub. And now next turn we can play Appa or Llanowar, depending if they interact with this. If they kill this with Bushwhack or whatever removal spells they're actually playing. Or they just go Ouroborid and then we're under the gun. I like that. Okay. Didn't even want to take 2 to be able to set up a Surveil is strange. Okay. Get Lost is a great card. Wow, so I can kill this right now. I kind of think I should. Like, if they get Ouroborid, sure, but while they don't have an untapped creature, just get rid of it, you know? Need to do Starting Town. I'm gonna do it. Let's get Lost Tyvar. Not blocking with Badgermole, so might as well get in there. And now we have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana available for next turn. Doesn't necessarily help us, but hey, more mana equals good. That's your expert opinion here from Corey. Ooh, okay. I'd like them to not have that next turn. But I kinda... Yeah, they could have it. They easily could have it. So if they... I mean, we'll know if they have it now. They'll either attack with Llanowar or they won't. So they easily could. White, white. So I won't be able to cast double Appa. Yeah, I think I still go for Aang at the crossroads. Even though this could get countered. Okay. So what do they have? A destroyed target flying creature? Because they stopped on priority when I played a flyer, right? Did you notice that? Is there a plummet? Easily could be. The mana base in this deck is not perfect, I will tell you that. Ah, okay. Still not a bad, not the worst thing, so. So now they will have this available. 2 mana counter spell no matter what. Plus they can put a lot of counters on something. And now we know that's in their hand. So if we can double spell, we can kind of get past it. But if not, it's going to do some good work. We could set a stop in their upkeep. Now, can we double Appa? We cannot. So, we're going to want to do one on their end step. Let's see if they want to try to counter this. They might just for the counter. They did not. Boom, boom. I mean, we're not necessarily winning the race, but we're doing okay. And whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform this at our next upkeep. Are they going to do this proactively? That would be crazy talk. Yup. No blocks. Okay, I'll take it. I'll let them counter this Appa. Last time I cast this spell, I was playing some Simic last night, and I completely messed it up. I beefed it. Let's see if they can do it right. But now we can Appa and start recasting stuff, get some flyers after we attack. Why did that not counter my thing? The same thing happened to me last night. Is this card bugged? I don't get it. Okay, but we'll just get rid of this. Start with Aang. Yeah, I felt like that should have done something different. And now we just can't lose. Yeah, I feel bad for opponent because it should have worked that way. But same thing happened to me last night. It must be a new bug or something like that. So, all right, that is going to do it here for this video. Our first adventure back into Standard here with Avatar, The Last Airbender. The set looks incredible. I'm very excited to be bringing more Standard YouTube content to you. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe as well as comment below. Appreciate all of you, and we'll see you in the next video.